Hare Krishna. In Bengal, the two landholders, Govardhan and Hiranya Mazumdar, were supporting almost all of the Brahmins in Bengal. And specifically, they were supporting Srila Advaita Acharya Thakur and Haridas Thakur. And then for that reason, their son, the son of Govardhan Mazumdar, he was an inheritor of a vast fortune. And because his father was shown mercy by Srila Advaita Acharya Thakur, then when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was traveling to Vrindavan via Bengal, he spent time in the house of Advaita Acharya in Shantipur. And at that time, Raghunatha Das was able to get association with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. After that period of about 1 week, when Raghunatha Das was serving Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he returned to his home, but he was constantly meditating on the lotus feet of Sri Govardhan and desiring to somehow or other get the full shelter of Lord Chaitanya. Actually, he would get up and leave at night, and his father, Govardhan Mazumdar, he would send guards and they would bring him back. And this would happen almost every night. Could you imagine that your husband is running away every day, every night, and having to bring him back? He'd become a madman of Lord Chaitanya. So at that time, Raghunatha Das heard that Nityananda Prabhu had visited Panihati. Nityananda Prabhu had been ordered by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to deliver Bengal. Nityananda agya delao jao gaudiya deshe anargao prema bhakti kodaho prakashe. You go, holy man, to Bengal. Do not come to Puri every year. Go to Bengal and there, without restriction, distribute love of God. So Nityananda Prabhu, along with his associates, was preaching in Panihati, and Raghunatha Das Goswami went there to get his mercy. So when the devotees, they announced to Lord Nityananda that Raghunatha Das has come, of course, he was a very prominent person, a leader in the society, being an inheritor of a vast fortune and well-known. And so the devotees, they immediately announced, Raghunatha Das has come. Lord Nityananda said, "You are a thief. You are a thief. Come here. Today I shall punish you." How is that? How do we understand Lord Nityananda explaining that Raghunatha Das was a thief? Because he was trying to get the shelter of Lord Chaitanya without going through the mercy of Lord Nityananda. Nitai, Hano Nitai Bine Bai, Radha Krishna Pai Tenai, Drida Kori Dhoro Nitai Pai. Nortam Thakur Maharaj explains. Without the mercy of Lord Nityananda, you cannot get Radha Krishna. Hold on tightly to the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. So Lord Nityananda, as a form of punishment, he ordered Raghunatha Das to prepare a festival of yogurt and chipped rice. And this became the famous Panihati Chira-dahi Festival. So Raghunatha Das, being a very wealthy man, he immediately sent his assistants to purchase from all of the surrounding markets, to purchase chipped rice, yogurt, milk, sweetmeats, sugar and bananas and other eatables. And all of the foodstuffs was gathered there in Panihati, began to be prepared. Mahotsab nam shune brahmana shajan. Ashite lagile lok ashanka ganan. Hearing that a Mahotsav, a great festival, was being held in Panihati, the Brahmins from all directions they came. Ashite lagile lok ashanka ganan, and you couldn't count the number of people who had gathered there in Panihati for this festival. So in every person, in front of every person, two clay pots were placed. One with chipped rice and condensed milk, and one with chipped rice and yogurt. Now, because so many people had gathered there, Lord Nityananda, he was sitting under the tree, which you can still see when you go to Panihati, sitting on the platform under the tree with his intimate associates, and then around him were other devotees, and then all surrounding all directions there were so many devotees, such a crowd that some of the Brahmins actually couldn't even get a place on the bank of the Ganga, so they had waded inside the Ganga and were inside were waist deep in Ganga, eating their chipped rice and condensed milk and yogurt. And how is that possible? That's amazing. Andantarasta paramanu chayantarastam, that the whole universe is within him, and he is within every atom. So there's no question of Lord Nityananda not having enough space for his pastimes. So actually this arrangement was there because the Ananda was increased. When devotees are in the rivers, hot season, now so hot in Mayapur, and in the river, and everyone's enjoying. Raghav Pandit came. and said to Lord Nityananda, Raghav Bhavan, just near Panihati, he came and said, we've cooked the feast for you, rice, dal, sabji, tort, kadi, shab ready, ache. Come and take prasadam. And Lord Nityananda explained that, no, now I'm having a picnic here with my friends and I'll come to your place in the evening. Gopa jati yami bahut gopagon shange, amra shukpaye pulin bojan ronge. Gopa jati yami, I'm a cowherd boy. Bahut gopagon shange, and I've appeared with so many other cowherd boys, and amra shukpaye pulin bojan ronge. We enjoy having picnics on the banks of the river. So this punishment which was given by Lord Nityananda to Raghunatha Das was actually facilitating the meditation of Lord Nityananda and his cowherd boy associates of their games and sporting play in Vrindavan Dham on the banks of the Jamuna. And in this way, he was able to satisfy all the devotees of Lord Nityananda. Even Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself came in a subtle form. And Lord Nityananda and Lord Chaitanya were wandering through the rows of all the devotees, and they were actually honoring a little bit of that prasadam from each and every clay pot. And in this way, Raghunatha Dasa Goswami was able to attain the full shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by the mercy of Lord Nityananda. And he was able to extricate himself from the entanglement of household life and go to Jagannath Puri and there become the great dear associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. H.I. Goshai Kori Charana Bandhan Ja Hoite Bignana Shabishta Puran. One who pays obeisances to the six Goswamis, all of his desires are fulfilled and all the obstacles are removed. So there's some thoughts on that. Chira-dahi Mahamahat Chab. Hare Krishna.